Mike, Stephen Strasburg pitches for the Washington Nationals. I got to see him pitch when he was playing for the Harrisburg Senators. I wanted to call him the Washington Senators.
Yeah, that's right.
This guy is 2-2 record, decent ERA, and yet they're talking about him for the All-Star game. Is this way out of insane to be thinking that this guy could be pitching in the All-Star game coming up? Charlie Manuel, the Phillies, gets to pick these guys. Is he going to put them on the team?
I don't think it's insane. I think it's an interesting debate. One thing you have to understand about about baseball is sample size, which means, like almost any Major League Baseball player can be Babe Ruth for 150 at bats, and then in their next 10,000 at bats, they'll never be Babe Ruth again. Same thing with a pitcher. You can be Sandy Koufax for 100 innings and never be Sandy Koufax again. So you have to be very leery about these small sample size things. And in terms of his actual Major League experience, Strasburg does have a small sample size that we're going on. So I can see that side of it. I can see that side of it. But on the other hand, I think he is clearly one of the best 10 pitchers in baseball. I think he clearly might even be best 5. I think everybody would say that. The only reason why he wasn't in the major leagues in April was because of financial reasons, really. Right. And certainly he has pitched like one of the best pitchers in baseball since April. So I think there's an argument for him being in the All-Star game too.
Well, again, if the game counts, and this game counts, he gets to have home field in the World Series, and of course Troy's team's in contention.
Yep.
This guy has pitched well enough in a lot of circumstances and has kept batters off balance that I think he's good for an inning or two out there with the pitches he has, that it might be worth it if the game actually counts. As far as it being an exhibition game, you're going to offend a lot of people if you put them on that. A lot of pitchers are going to be upset because you got 3 pitchers on the St. Louis Cardinals who all deserve to be there. They're not all going to make it if Stephen Strasburg gets it. Well, Carlos Silva, former Philly, probably won't make it if Strasburg gets in.
Well, somebody's not going to make it if he gets in. I mean, somebody's not going to. But I would say this. I think in things like this, we worry too much about offending the players. This is not the Hall of Fame we're talking about here. This is the All-Star game. We say it's for the fans. If it's for the fans, is there a single player in baseball right now that the fans would rather see in the All-Star game than this kid? I don't think there's a single one. And you made a very good point about the competitive situation. They're playing for home field advantage in the World Series, right. And maybe you want Strasburg on your team just for that reason alone. So I think it's an interesting debate, and I'm not going to kill anybody for disagreeing with me, but I think he should be in the All-Star game. I have no problem with it at all.
If these games actually count, then let's get him there.